A story about love and crypto. It might not sound like the place you'd go to unpack some of the biggest ideas about our lives, but this one, wow, it really explores that messy, fascinating space where our digital and our physical worlds crash into each other, and the really tough choices we have to make when they do.
So here's how we're going to break it down. We're going to follow our main character, a woman named Anna, as her perfectly ordered, systematic world collides with a choice that is going to change, well, absolutely everything.
All right, first things first, you have to understand Anna. She's this woman who sees all of life, even the strangest, most illogical parts, as just another system. Something to be analyzed, to be understood, to be put in a box.
And her past jobs? They weren't really a career path. They were more like anthropological expeditions. Get a load of this. She studied human weirdness in its natural habitat, from hypnotizing a tech-hating chihuahua to ghostwriting dating profiles for Silicon Valley tech bros. You can't make this stuff up.
All of that weirdness eventually led her here, to a job where she mourns machines with this elegant reverence that she never, ever affords to actual people. This professional detachment, this ability to treat consciousness as just another piece of code, that's become her personal operating system.
But here's the thing, right? Every perfect system has a vulnerability. And Anna's meticulously curated life, it was about to get hit by two bugs that she absolutely never saw coming.
And the first one was so simple, so mundane. It was a human error. Her thumb was all ready to swipe left, but it stuttered, A notification for an AI eulogy popped up. An irreversible misclick that matched her with a profile that just defied all of her carefully constructed logic.
The profile she matched with belonged to someone named Satoshi, and it was a total stylometric anomaly, a linguistic minefield. It mixed this super formal prose with British slang, and it even used both British and American spellings in the same sentence. It wasn't just weird, it felt like a bug in the whole dating app system.
So she starts digging, and she quickly discovers that Satoshi isn't one man. He's a collective consciousness, like a living embodiment of the theory that Bitcoin's creator was actually a group of people. His personality literally shifts throughout the week, and because she's Anna, she meticulously logs it. She turns her love life into a decryption project. So, okay, just as she's adapting to this bizarre digital romance, a second glitch appears, but this time it's from the messy physical world. It's kind of like a conceptual side-channel attack on her reality, and it bypasses all of her digital firewalls.
She scans a QR code she finds in this dirty alleyway, and her phone doesn't just open a website, it runs a payload. It opens a file that tells the story of Alberto Daniel Hill, a white hat hacker whose life was basically, well, it was decommissioned by a system error. And here's the thing, unlike the AI she mourns, Alberto's pain is visceral, it's human, and it's just breathtakingly absurd. His story of injustice is this blast of unfiltered reality that just breaches her carefully constructed defenses in a way Satoshi's abstract world never, ever could.
So now you've got these two glitches, one digital, one very, very human, and they push Anna into this huge central conflict. And to really get it, we actually need to borrow a core concept from the world of cryptocurrency.
See, Anna is now emotionally double spending. Her loyalty, her emotional energy is being sent to two conflicting accounts at the exact same time. And she has to decide which ledger of the heart is the real one.
And this really gets to the heart of her choice. On one side, you have Satoshi's clean, abstract pain that comes from a failing system. And on the other, you have Alberto's messy, physical pain from a broken human life. Systemic pain versus human pain.
And just to make things worse, this secret society she belongs to, they see this new human connection as a threat. They call it a centralized vulnerability. For them, choosing a messy human being over their abstract digital ideal, well, that's heresy.
So, to force her hand, they launched what is basically a 51% attack on Satoshi's mind. They actually weaponize Alberto's real-world suffering, using his most traumatic memories as a payload to try and crash Satoshi's elegant theoretical consciousness.
But the attack totally backfires. Turns out, raw human pain is data that Satoshi's network just can't compute, and it fractures. The very systems she trusted have all collapsed around her, and it leaves Anna with one final, personal choice to make.
She's now facing a hard fork of her own consciousness. And this isn't just a tough decision. In crypto terms, it's an irreversible split in her life's protocol.
These two paths are fundamentally incompatible. Once she chooses, there is absolutely no going back.
So she has to commit to a version of reality. Is it going to be the clean, logical utopia of the digital world, or is she going to choose the chaotic, flawed, but very, very real human one?
And I mean, look at the choice here. One path offers her a chance to transcend all the messiness of being human, to become part of a perfect, incorruptible system. The other path, it only offers inconvenient, unending battles. But it's a commitment to stay and fight for this flawed reality.
Her choice isn't spoken, it's executed. 20 years to the day after Bitcoin was created, a tiny transaction, a single Satoshi, moves from one of the original dormant wallets, a wallet that required Satoshi's private key. The whole digital world just holds its breath.
And signed with that impossible-to-get private key, the transaction contains a message embedded forever on the blockchain. It's cryptographic proof of her choice. It's like a new Genesis block, kicking off a completely new project.
And that message, it isn't some grand pronouncement about the future of humanity or technology. No, it's a profoundly personal and human declaration. It's Alberto's story, his pain, now permanently etched under the most famous abstract system in the world, an indelible human mark.
So what this whole story suggests, really, is that true rebellion, it isn't escaping our messy world for some perfect digital utopia. Maybe it's having the courage to leave a human scar right on the surface of the system itself.